Okay, I didn't find any serious issues with the track other than one simple thing: it is very monotonous. For the first these parts right here, it's very repetitive. So for this one, going to show a fairly easy way to correct that. Okay, you take something that seems completely out of place and stick it in at a low volume level at different intervals, and it breaks up the simu where it sounds the same all the way through. How it makes it sound the same all the way through. I'm going to go ahead and throw in, let's see, I'm going to find a scream I've done at some point. That one will work. No. Oh, that's the whole screen? Okay. Okay. And then okay, that unto itself right there will add in some different kind of element to it. Uh, let's see. This is where I actually like using loops I've created myself when I want to create uh, something that make a track that's repetitive sound more interesting, because it's easier to just throw in some strange uh, loops you've done yourself that nobody else has because you made them yourself and nobody else has it but you, rather than just using other loops, because then the more loops you use, unfortunately, the more messy it will start to sound, which is why you usually don't want more than maybe 6 or 7 elements running at any one time. Of course, that depends on what kind of music it is and the volume. It's very fast and loose rules for creating tracks, but typically the more you've got going on at any one time, the worse it's going to sound. So I've got some evil laughing and stuff in here that I used on Tiptoe Through the Graveyard. Or even, I'll use this, it's just, it's an Irish song called Whiskey on a Sunday. And I'm just going to throw this in here as a way to show what I'm talking about. And luckily, it conforms fairly well to the time frame we're using here. So I'll probably bring this up to 0 decibels, and here's where your volume is going to come in very important. And of course, I'm just throwing this stuff in here to keep the song from sounding too repetitive. So this is going to sound very strange, which isn't usually a bad thing. This might turn out really interesting. So since I got these lyrics going on, I'm going to drop this scream down, and I'm going to drop all the music down to about a 9 or an 8 on the bass volume, so it isn't so loud. Typically, if you've got similar elements going on at the same time or even separately within your stereo field, you want to keep their volumes roughly equal so you're not all over the place on your master volume control over here. You know, something like the guitar and the bass, you want to try and keep them roughly. Bass usually should be lower than guitar. So in that case, you probably should put, that guitar a little bit closer in than your bass. This is something you just have to experiment, mess around with, and keep an eye on your master volume controls right over here, because again, you don't want it to go in the red. Red is bad. So it's just a situation where you go in, adjust your volume control over here, and find what if anything, is spiking it up into the red. You know, more or less try and keep it level. So, you know, that's another good thing about pan, is that by putting elements more off to one side or the other, you're not having all their volume right dead center on both of your tracks here. It makes it a little bit tricky at times to keep up with, but it's not too difficult is after you've experimented a little bit. And okay, this is going to be another save as. This is part 3 right here. Part 3, and then I probably spelled interesting wrong, but it's not important. But this is just, you know, making it more interesting. I took what was already there. It was very, very repetitive. I took a song you know, just something I sang out for the hell of it one afternoon. I'm throwing that in there, and a couple of screams that are completely unrelated to the song and the track in general. But this will make it more interesting to listen to and strange. Next time, effects. I'm going to listen to this, see what'll come in and make it more interesting to listen to, and I'm going to show you all the effects that I can think of on the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.